We're in the teens outside, and the cold weather, it can wreak havoc with your skin, especially if you have a skin condition. Dr. Janelle Nassim is a dermatologist with IU Health and is here with some advice on the kind of products that maybe you should be using in the winter and how to just help our skin. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I feel like this is a conversation that hits my soul because in the winter, my skin just gets so dry. So we're going to start with face. Are there certain face products that we should be using more so in the winter?
So generally speaking, we should be moisturizing year-round, but particularly in the colder months, we can add a thicker moisturizer for the face and maybe looking for a product with hyaluronic acid as well as an extra step for moisturizing. And we always don't want to forget our SPF, even in the wintertime. We can talk more about that a little later.
I am guilty of that because I think it's a summer thing. Okay, I think also we get to body and hands. My kids, with the constant washing of our hands, have really just raw, scaly skin. Is there something that we can use for that?
Yes, it's the constant hand washing, hand sanitizers, and there's really two things in general for all of our skin that drives dry skin in the wintertime. So the obvious thing is the cold, dry air outside, but it's also the heat blasting inside that really contributes to dry skin. So dry hands are common with all that washing as well. So we want to be looking for something that's very, very thick and occlusive. So we always want to recommend creams that you're actually scooping out of a tub as opposed to a lotion in a pump, which are typically thinner products. So something that's thick and hydrating, and we want to be keeping that on us. Keep a small one in your purse, in your car, wherever, and just be using that all day long to moisturize the hands, especially before bed. A really nice thick layer and sleep with that on, it can go a long way.
Do you do that same thing when it comes to body?
Yes. So probably my biggest tip, if you remember one thing from today, is that consistency is key with moisturizing, and we can't be fair weather moisturizers, literally. So we have to be moisturizing head to toe every single day. And with the body, one thing, a lot of people know this now, but some people don't, is that the best time to moisturize is actually right after you get out of the shower or the bath. So when your skin is still a little bit damp, we have a little bit of moisture on our skin, we're going to get out of the shower, pat dry with a towel, and then when we're still a little bit wet, moisturize head to toe with something very thick and creamy to really lock in that moisture. So that'll make a big difference.
You mentioned sunscreen. That's something that we're so diligent about in the summer, but this is important now?
That's right. So we cannot neglect sun protection in the wintertime. And actually, even on cloudy days, up to 80% of ultraviolet radiation from the sun penetrates through clouds. So even when it's a yucky day outside, we need to remember that. So it's really part of our daily routine. SPF with 30 or more, rain or shine, every single day on the sun exposed area. So I tell my patients, face, tops of the hands, and neck, just to be safe for the areas that are exposed. And then one thing to remember is with the snow that we're having, the white of the snow reflects the UV radiation. So we can actually get pretty intense sun on snowy days.
Wow.
So we want to remember that for ourselves, of course, even when driving. Ultraviolet radiation can come through window glass too. And then also for the kids, if they're playing out in the snow on a sunny day, you could get intense sun on those snowy days.
You are speaking directly to me because I have been not putting the sunscreen on the kids or myself this winter, but I will change that.
It's counterintuitive. It's hard to remember when it's so cold.
Yeah.